Hello Bulldogs, thank you for watching Hail State TV. My name is Louis Montesi and I am joined this morning by Bulldog ace pitcher Chris Stratton. So Chris, thank you so much for joining us here.
Thank you for having me.
On Hail State. Chris right now is doing some remarkable work on the mound for the Bulldogs. He is currently 9-0 and he has more victories than any other pitcher in the SEC. So Chris, when you found out you had more victories with this victory you had over Alabama this past Friday, how did that feel to you to know that all the other ace pitchers in the SEC are looking to you as the standard now?
Well, that's something that our coaching staff really tried to go out and get, was a pitching staff that can compete in the SEC. It's real important, especially to try to make it to postseason with pitching. And I mean, it's good to have 9 wins, but I couldn't do it without the team and good defense.
Always, always. And one of the things, you have a 2.19 ERA, and also with that victory over Alabama, you passed the 100 strikeout mark on the season. And obviously couldn't have done it without your team, but that was a great accomplishment for you because you're only the 12th pitcher in Mississippi State history to ever accomplish that feat. And that puts you up with names such as Paul Mahone and Eric Dubose and Jeff Brantley. What's it like to be mentioned in the same sentence as those guys?
I guess it's just a blessing. It's something that I really strived and worked hard to get towards, but like I said, if we don't have good defense and put up runs, you really can't get wins, and you can't perform. But my catcher Mitch Slaughter has done an unbelievable job all season. I can't get any award without him. He's really helped me out.
Can you talk about your relationship with Mitch? Y'all pal around off the field a lot, and maybe if he gets no errors, you take him out and buy him a sandwich, or if you save him, he buys you a sandwich or anything like that.
Well, there's been a couple of times in games that I've shook him off and thrown another pitch and it's gotten hit. And he's like, "You just need to go with me this time. Just go with me, and we'll get through this." And like I said, he's just led me all season, and hanging out with him off the field is always fun.
And you were born and raised in Tupelo.
Yes,
now,
sir.
Isn't it true that for a while you were thinking that you would probably continue playing in a different sport?
Actually, so my dad was a basketball coach at Tupelo High School. He coached for 20+ years. So I've grown up in the gym, and that's what I've always done. And when I was about 14, I had to decide what I wanted to do, and he backed me 100%, and I haven't stopped since.
And what was your position when you played basketball?
Shooting guard.
Shooting guard.
Yeah, like to shoot.
I was say, so you have a sick 3-point shot still?
Try to. We can't play though, or Coach Cohn will get kind of upset.
Understandable. Now, you mentioned your dad was the basketball coach. What kind of a mentor has he been for you?
Well, having a coach in the families of my whole life has just been, like I said, a blessing. Like when I was growing up, we had a real tight-knit team. With baseball, we played with the same kids since I was 9 years old, all the way up till high school. So we had about 4 or 5 dads that shared coaching jobs and were assistants with each other, and it's been a lot of fun. And watching those guys be successful too has been awesome.
And isn't it also true that you didn't really know that you were going to be a pitcher until you were about in the 9th grade?
That is true. When I was younger, I was a little wild, and I guess my dad always told me that I was at short because they needed me there, but I think it was really because I was too wild to pitch. But just kind of got in 9th grade, and Coach Josh Abraham, he's at Warren Central now, but I used to play here, and his dad's actually Dr. Abraham. He coached my 9th grade team, and he really helped me turn the page and start focusing on pitching. It's helped me succeed where I am today.
Was there ever a moment when you discovered, or maybe somebody else noticed you pitch and said, "Hey, you've really got some special talent"?
I guess not necessarily, but like I've always played up a year. My birthdays, I was either going to be the oldest or the youngest.
Right.
So I always played up a grade, and I had to stay back because all my buddies went to 9th grade and played. So I had to play a year down, and I really dominated that year pitching. And that was kind of something I was like, hey, I might be pretty good at this. So tried to follow through with that.
Right. And over the summer, one of the things that you changed about yourself was you developed a slider. So did anybody help you develop that slider pitch, or was that something that you just worked on with Mitch?
Well, we tried to throw a cutter last season, and it kind of was in between a cutter and a slider. So I told myself this summer, either I'm going to get rid of the cutter and get a slider, or just do away with it and just keep my curveball. And the pitching coach down there really helped me out and really developed a good one. And now it's really been a good pitch for me.
Well, you and your teammates, obviously, you've all been such a light for Mississippi State students with the program having as much history as it does and being only 5 outs away from the College World Series last year. What is something that maybe the fans don't know about you, like a special fact or a fun fact or a hobby or an interest of yours that maybe fans don't know when they see you out there throwing strikes on the mound?
I don't know. I guess I like to goof around in the dugout. I don't really like to be serious all the time. I feel like baseball is a sport you should have fun in. Try to be a little more serious when I'm pitching, obviously. But, just like when we're hanging around, just like to have fun and make sure everybody's loose.
Excellent. And what's it like being part of the Bulldog family?
I couldn't ask for anything else. It's been a blessing for these past 3 years, and I hope that it can continue and that the tradition can keep going on.
All right. And the tradition continues because of guys like Chris and his catcher Mitch and all the other Bulldogs who will be playing tomorrow night in Gainesville. They have a tough 3-game series against the University of Florida, who is now the RPI #1 team in America and also ranked in the top 10. So by all means, tune in through the website, pay attention, and watch them as much as you can. Thank you again for watching Hail State TV. I'm Louis Montesi, and I have been joined by the ever humble Chris Stratton. Chris, thanks again.
Thank you for having me.
Go Dogs!
I appreciate it.